two families mourn the slaying of the teens. Chicago police continue their search for the gunman responsible for the brazen downtown daylight ambush that claimed the boys' lives.
Have someone ever tried to take like some of your belongings from you?
Now listen, I ain't gonna lie. A nigga did run off on me before. I will tell you that. Niggas did what they did.
Hey, we got two people shot. We got two people shot right here. 15, 45.
What did it say? Niggas ain't coming like love, right?
Them niggas did what they did and had to pay the consequences. Shit will start happening. Y'all know this by now. I went black for like a week and poof. Gotta go.
Damn. That other video didn't explain this shit, nigga.
Bounced out 4 steps, 2 niggas got hit.
Approximately 12:25 today.
Fuck.
I know this by now. I went black for like a week and poof. Gotta go.
Them niggas look young as fuck.
Approximately 12:25 today, several students were exiting the Innovations High School when 2 cars pulled up, striking 2 of the teenage students of Innovations High School.
Oh,
These
man.
individuals were taken to Northwestern Hospital where they succumbed to their injuries.
Yep, I just took my L and moved on.
This is Jeffrey Harris Jr., but to most known as Lil Jeff. Born on the east side of Chicago, Jeff would not immerse into the streets until later when he was 18 years old. But when he did, he rose fast. By 2022 and 2023, Jeff was one of Chicago's most talked about drill artists. Not for having crazy wordplay or punchlines, but rather because of his vivid descriptions and accounts of violence. And these songs led many to believe the truth behind the lyrics he rapped, as many blogs and news outlets labeled Jeff as a rapping hitman and claimed he had up to 11 murders to his name. By early 2024, Jeff's name was buzzing far beyond Chicago. Music industry players were taking notice. He would go on to sign a deal with fellow Chicago native Lil Bibby's Grade A production label, joining the ranks of rising stars on the Grade A label. He was even booked for a mainstream moment, performing a walkout alongside boxing champion Gervonta Davis at a high-profile fight. It seemed as if the streets were finally behind him, but the violence he glorified never let him go. While out sliding on his enemies, a hell of bullets returned fire and Jeff was hit. And shortly after, Jeff was pronounced dead. The world asked the same question. How could someone on the verge of breaking out still be searching for trouble? Or was Jeff just unable to escape the cycle of violence he was accustomed to? In this documentary, we dive deep into the rise and fall of Lil Jeff, a story of talent, terror, and the deadly price of the streets.
Hey, that was crazy. I was just watching Snort the Dude like recently out there in Chicago, I believe, and he was out there on, I think, the Bloodhound Street or whatever it was, getting some Harold's chicken. Like, man, hey, be careful, nigga. Shit, man. That's like, you like pretty much trying to commit suicide, bro. Like, them niggas don't give a fuck about none of that. Like, man, there ain't no motherfucking way, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about to be rolling around out there like that, naked like that, man. What the fuck? Man, nah, yeah, they gotta be careful, man. Like, niggas doing too much to be out there fucking around like that. Content is content.
July
Damn.
14th, 2002. Lil Jeff was born on 79th and Maryland in the Chatham neighborhood on the east side of Chicago. Growing up, Jeff was surrounded by the streets. His father, Jeffrey Harris Sr., had ties to the gang 068 C Block around the area of 79th and Maryland, but primarily on 68th and Chaplin, where his father had ties to the same block Jeff would later go to war with. Jeff would later note his father was never around much because he was too invested in the streets, constantly in and out of jail. That left Jeff with only one real figure to look up to, his brother. Jeff's brother, a well-known gang member named Jay Boogie, was 5 years older than him. By the time Jeff was at the age of 10, Boogie was already deep in the streets, with ties to Flipside, Woodlawn, and Drill City. Jeff saw firsthand what the streets were all about, but as the cycle repeated itself, Boogie would also be in and out of jail for most of Jeff's teenage years. At just 11 years old, Jeff would later say he witnessed his first murder with his own eyes.
Kenny Mack, I was there. I witnessed that. We was about to lake. I think ever since then I've been fucked up. That's probably what it was.
And at 14, Jeff would later tell me in an interview that his family's house was shot up when the rivals attempted to kill his brother, where bullets were flying right past his face.
Let me tell you, nigga, my crib got shot up when I was like 14. The bullet, that bitch flew like right past my face. They had shot the back and the front. Then they blew the car and set that bitch on fire. Shit was busting, I ain't gonna lie.
And this left Jeff traumatized as a teen growing up in the Chicago streets. Although this incident didn't cause Jeff to go fully into the streets, it would leave lasting impacts on him. Still young and full of dreams, Jeff focused on basketball, looking for a way out of Chicago. He would practice every day, putting his full focus into the game, hoping basketball could be his ticket out. Throughout his sophomore and junior years,
I just think if he'd stayed playing basketball, doing that, man, and staying on the positive road, that nigga would be here to tell a story. But this nigga trying to walk everything down. That nigga said, poof. Like, damn, nigga, this motherfucker talking magic.
Of high school, Jeff would go on to win many tournaments for Curry High. But the following season, Jeff tried out for the varsity team in his senior year. With high hopes of making the team, Jeff would unfortunately get cut after the tryouts. And according to Jeff, failing to make the team pushed him into the streets. As the gym doors were closed, the street doors were open. At 18 years old, fresh out of high school with a diploma and no plan, Jeff would dedicate his life to the streets and officially jump off the porch. Jeff would go on to pledge allegiance to the Bloodhound Coalition, with sets made up of Drill City, Chris World, 400 East, and MTV. Being years older than Jeff, J Boogie would be one of the first Bloodhounds around the years of 2018. In the years of 2020 and 2021, Jeff's name started to be known by every block on the east side. He would build a name for himself through killings and shootings, and many shootings in 2021 were associated with Jeff and his Bloodhound crew. Jeff's face will be seen for the first time in his cousin Z Money's music video, Gone MIA. And by late 2022, he would start recording and releasing music that generated a local buzz in Chicago, alongside his fellow gang associate and cousin Q50. Jeff's lyrics will openly brag about shootings he participated in, which gained him notoriety in the streets, with some labeling him the next King Von. But unlike Von in the streets all his life, Jeff accomplished his street legacy in only 3 years. And even while the rap was getting started, the streets were still Jeff's focus. He would continue to rap and drill on his enemies, which would give him more to rap about. For over a decade, Trap City and Drill City were considered allies. Many people would say they moved as one. They made music together and they slid on mutual opposition together as well. But in early 2023, that strong alliance would turn to a war. Many reports claim this would come after Lil Jeff took Trap City Vale's chain and reportedly told Trap City members when he borrowed the chain from Vale, it was lost in a high-speed chase. But later, Jeff would be seen wearing the chain before selling it. Trap City would see this as a snake move, and a 10-year alliance would be ended over a...
So this nigga started the war. Everything was going smooth, and he didn't took a nigga chain and tried to keep it.
Fake chain.
So that chain incident really split it up?
Yeah, it was a chain, really. It was a chain, man. They tried to steal a chain. He ain't take it. You know what I'm saying? He did I not just take feel like chain, bro.
That nigga turned it sideways. He ain't got no teeth. This shit gone. Like, man, he need to work on the dental plan. Fuck all this. This streets ain't for you, nigga.
Hey, man, they tried to steal a chain. He ain't take it. You know what I'm saying? He did
I just feel like
damn,
bro. A nigga from our hood being friendly, let a motherfucker wear your chain. Who does that?
And Trap City wouldn't take this lightly. They planned to retaliate. And on March 16th, 2023, Get Back was sought. While they were searching for bloodhounds, Lil Jeff's cousin Z Money was caught on the 1300 block of East 79th Street. As he would wait in the car, someone approached and opened fire. Z Money was hit repeatedly, so many times that doctors told his mother they stopped counting bullet wounds after 29.
Damn!
Jeff and Q50's cousin, they wouldn't take this too well. Both Jeff and Q50 later got Z Money's name tatted on their face and also on their trigger finger. This will be the event by all accounts that turned Jeff.
So they didn't just want to take the chain back and get another chain? God damn, them niggas wouldn't put boy
into a relentless killer.
Shit.
Weeks that'll follow Z Money's passing, the Bloodhounds were desperately out hunting for revenge on Trap City and anybody who would diss on Z Money. On April 9th, 2023, weeks after Z Money's death, a man called Pooh, affiliated with Trap City, would be the first of many bloodshed after Z Money. Pooh was found shot multiple times in front of his house. Jeff would later take online and say Pooh had been dissing Z Money, which was the reason for his death. Following Pooh's passing, Jeff referenced in his song In Your Home, where he rapped about waiting outside someone's house and catching them in front of their house. Details that match the exact crime of Pooh's murder.
Last nigga got chased out of way in his home. Fuck Lil, roll him up, put his ass in every song. I ain't doing no right, this shit out the dome. Nigga play, he lay, we bust his dome. Same smoking on Z, get filled up a chrome. Lil Pool did Z, now Lil Pool gone. You know that shit never take too long. Laying in the nigga grass until he come home. Niggas think shit again till a nigga get smoked.
With Pooh being the first to fall from Trap City, a couple months later, the Bloodhounds were seeking for more blood. And on June 25th, 2023, a 19-year-old named Lil, real name Jalil Goins, would get into the backseat of a Lyft in the Little Italy neighborhood of Chicago. Before the driver could even pull off, someone walked up and shot through the rear window, killing Lil. Following Lil's death, Jeff would state in multiple songs that he caught an op in a fishbowl lift and killed them. The driver of the lift would later recall that he was running stop signs to reach the hospital and would turn to Lil, telling him that he was taking him to the hospital, where Lil said okay, which those would be Lil's last words. A couple shootings later would happen too, including T3 from Trap City getting shot and Glenn from Trap City getting shot 15 times and surviving. The Bloodhounds were making it known that Z Money's killing would not go unaccounted for.
Man, shit. They killed the wrong nigga.
While the war was turning up between Drill City and Trap City, Jeff would fully start rapping and putting out hits, telling the story of the ongoing street violence through his music, graphically describing the slaying of his ops, how he robbed people, and his use of drugs. Jeff would be pushed to rap by Rel Vert, who was the cousin of the late Lil Scoom, and all were members of Bloodhound. His first track, Bloody Family, featuring JB Bin Laden, one of the original Bloodhound members from the mid-2010s, will rack in 2 million views after this recording. Jeff built out the momentum as a new face in the Chicago drill scene and continued to drop music with songs like I Love My Draco, one of his early releases, and still getting busy in the streets. Unlike most rappers who develop a street persona after music, Jeff was already feared on the east side. BKN, also known as Nitty Block, from the west side of Chicago, got tied into the Bloodhounds through Rel. BKN, also
them niggas like the Temptations right here, shit.
known as Nitty Block, from the west side of Chicago, got tied into the Bloodhounds through Rel Vert. Vert would be the first member of the Bloodhounds to build a bridge with the west side set BKN, and later you could see Lil Jeff hanging around BKN members in vlogs. With the Bloodhounds at war with Trap City, Jeff started spending more time with BKN members and got closer with 2 specific members named Monty and Lil Rob. Later in January 2024,
how fucking old was Lil Rob? Damn, he looked like he 12.
While hanging out with 5 members of BKN, including Monty and Lil Rob, they would ask Jeff to take a picture with his jewelry, and unbeknownst to Jeff at the time, because he thought they were locked in, they would run off with Jeff's jewelry, leaving him shocked. They would take 2 watches and a chain. They would take to Instagram taunting Jeff, saying they hit a 50K lick on him. The taunting continues, shown in a vlog where they called Jeff and asked him where his watch was at.
Like I said, shout out Baby Drill, shout out my big cousin Show. Shit, really the whole 4L gang. Like I fuck with the whole 4L. Shout out Young Nudie and my cousin.
Fuck with like industry-wise like shit.
Shit, really like I ain't gonna lie. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I ain't gonna lie. Put that J in there.
But that same trolling will lead 2 people to a later death sentence, because 6 days later, on Friday, January 26, 2024, Monty and Lil Rob were seen exiting Innovations High School at approximately 12:30 p.m. The 2 walked out on their lunch break when 2 vehicles suddenly approached. 4 gunmen would exit the vehicle and let off a barrage of bullets. Both Monty and Lil Rob were struck multiple times and bystanders ran for cover. The boys tried to run but soon collapsed near the elevators. They would be rushed to the hospital but both pronounced dead on the scene. 4 people later would be charged in the attack, one being Lil Jeff, and 2 other Bloodhound members, T Slick and J-Mo, charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. But just 15 minutes after the hit, Jeff, quick to take credit, posted a video on the same stolen Infinity bragging about the murder.
30 seconds of fame, one worth it. So I'll try to tell these niggas that shit don't even be worth it half the time. All the time. This shit like this is like some shit like the whole city could tell you if they ain't do shit, they let me walk out that door. That was the worst option possible, let me leave out the door.
Shortly after, Jeff would get 10 teardrop tattoos falling down his neck, with 2 associated with Monty and Lil Rob. Weeks later, Jeff would drop the track Ah, which many people associated as a tribute to the murders.
Rich stepping on blood, niggas know how I get. He ain't get a chance to run, can't say that he tripped. Bounced out 4 states, 2 niggas got hit.
If I get mad enough,
now I get it.
Start happening. Y'all know this by now. I went black for like a week and poof. Where you at? Gotta go after that one. I don't live them niggas though.
Damn, that nigga, boy. Shh. Yeah, he was a serial killer.
Jeff's first body would be one that would stick to him forever. His first kill was avenging the death of his friend Kenny Mack, who was killed in broad daylight while they were together. Jeff would later say in interviews that was the moment everything changed. He was no longer a regular kid. Losing Kenny turned Jeff ruthless. Traumatized by witnessing it unfold, retaliation was a must. The streets would throw out names, and one of the names believed to be involved was Lil Gutta from a rival East Side set. Whether or not Gutta pulled the trigger didn't matter to Jeff, because word on the street was enough for Jeff to go get back. And on May 13th, 2020, 2021, Gutta walked out a corner store on the 79th Street in the middle of the afternoon looking down at his phone, not paying attention. Allegedly, Jeff walked up on Gutta, shot him multiple times in broad daylight, and fled. When police arrived, Gutta was found dead on the sidewalk. This was credited as Jeff's first assassination. His next 3 murders were alleged to be murder for hire hits out Milwaukee, with speculation that Jeff and Q50 were credited for those 3 murders, and Jeff would mention these hits in his music. Jeff's 5th kill was a man named Black, an older rival of Evans Mob from the east side of Chicago. In March of 2022, Black was standing outside on a residential street when a car slowly passed. Nothing happened the first time, but the second time the car passed again with the windows rolled down, shots came from the back seat. Black's death was allegedly tied to an ongoing beef between Evans Mob and Bloodhound. A man named Trayvon Dix was arrested for the
What I want to know is they saying he got all these bodies. Is this shit documented or like this shit, like, is this public records? How they know all this shit?
Murder, but many believe he was a driver. And
like, I hear him saying it in the music, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people claim shit. But I don't know. I don't put it past this nigga.
Shooter. And Dix would take the fall for the murder, while later Jeff would go on to brag about the hit in his song. As Jeff approached his 6th kill, it became normal for him. This kill took place in April of 2023. The kill that avenged Z-Money's death, when Jeff went on to kill Lil Pooh, as mentioned earlier. Jeff would later state disrespecting Z-Money came with consequences, and mentioning the exact details of Pooh's murder in his song. Months later, on the 1300 block of West Taylor Street, Jeff allegedly killed Lil, as mentioned earlier, and Jeff would later go on live claiming responsibility. Jeff's 8th murder was linked to another Milwaukee murder for hire. His 9th and 10th murders were a double murder in November of 2023, execution style. Lil dudes from DMG and D Money from Hattyway were sitting in a parked car on South Dorchester Avenue when a car pulled up and gunmen hopped out, spraying the vehicle and striking both. The shooting was over in seconds and a black SUV pulled off. Both victims would be rushed to the University of Chicago Medical Center, but neither survived. The alleged motive was ongoing street beef. Many believe Jeff had responsibility for this because in March of 2024, Jeff posted on his Instagram story containing 10 emojis representing his claimed body count. One emoji specifically was a woman. Many linked this to D Money, signaling Jeff's responsibility. His 11th and 12th were the infamous Monty and Lil Rob hit at Innovations High School, adding 2 more kills associated with Jeff. Jeff was also rumored for many more shootings and attempts. While all of these listed victims are thought to be the murders of Jeff, Little Rob and Monty Jeff was ever accused of by the law. While Jeff was just starting to take off, the end came sooner than expected, because on June 8th, 2024, Jeff loaded up with fellow Bloodhound members to slide on South Rose Avenue, Trap City territory. Jeff would spot a op named Glenn, who was mentioned earlier, the same one Jeff shot 15 times but survived. Jeff would jump out the car chasing Glenn as Glenn ran for safety into a house. Jeff chased him all the way up to the steps, then return fire came from inside the house, striking Jeff 19 times. It's believed the shooter and slayer of Lil Jeff is known to be Trap City Rob, as he was arrested for this killing.
That nigga ran and thought shit was sweet. He ran up to that door, thought shit was sweet, boy. That man. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you see this nigga, man.
15 times but survived. Jeff would jump out the car chasing Glenn as Glenn ran for safety into a house. Jeff chased.
Glenn said, fuck that. I done already been hit 15 times. I ain't trying to get hit no more. Like, man, he like, I'm tired of this nigga.
Him all the way up to the steps. Then return fire came from inside the house, striking Jeff 19 times. It's believed the shooter and slayer of Lil Jeff is known to be Trap City Rob, as he was arrested for this killing but later let go for self-defense reasons. Jeff will be seen on camera in all black falling to the ground. Other members present picked him up and rushed him to a nearby hospital. 58 shell casings will be recovered from the scene, and Jeff will be pronounced dead at just 21 years old.
Man, shit, man. Man, I'm just be honest. I don't be crying for niggas like this, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all probably doing shit. Nigga, that's the act of war when you do shit like that, man. You send that nigga off the proper way, man. Shit. Hey, you. Make sure you hit that button, man. It don't cost you nothing to subscribe. And thank y'all for tapping in with me, man, and recommending stuff like this so I can catch up to shit. I'm about to get on this King Von thing, too, because I need to know his shit, too, man. Because goddamn, these niggas, man, shit. I don't know what kind of food y'all niggas eating, shit. The food y'all eat now just must not be good, shit. But, hey, make sure you abuse the comments, run the likes up, man. And, hey, man, it's Unc, man. Much love to y'all, and shout out to the mob. Peace.